Hey, and welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Inoculant Gaming. Now, I'm going to say this at the beginning of the video because I always say this at the end, and no one watches that part. So please give the video a like. Also, give the video a subscribe or a follow, depending on if you're on Twitch or YouTube. But the likes help me out the most. I know we did just get a new subscriber because of last video, so I think that's awesome. Keep that going. We're finally up to 25 subscribers on YouTube. And awesome. Up to 102 on Twitch, so we're growing slowly but surely, but getting there. And, of course, joined by the normal cast, as you see, Zephyrus, Thomas, Corvus, and Elwyn, which is our friendly neighborhood Wookiee. And,
as is tradition.
Right, pretty much. So, do we remember what happened last time on The Curse of the Bloody Butcher?
We're on a boat.
2 episodes ago, we woke up early, and the pirate ships had come into the harbor and were bombarding the city. Then we fought some pirates at the coast, like on the beach or nearby. Then, actually it was in the streets, but approaching the harbor. Then we flew out to the boats, except for Corvus, he swam because mariner's armor. We flew out to the boats and we started attacking. We set fire to one, nearly burned it down, put out the fire, chased the other 2 boats, pirate ships, out of the harbor. They ran away, tucked their tail, and fled, as it were. And I guess we have the ship to ourselves. We discovered that there were some slaves in it. We thought we might pay them. We fed them. And D&D Beyond crapped out, so we kind of had some issues at the end of the episode.
Yeah, we did.
Yep. I'm glad my combat was still up at the time. But yes.
Yeah. That's right. I don't think I ever added the experience.
Yeah, it was a rough last 30 minutes or so. For those of you who watched it and stuck around for us, we appreciate it.
Yep.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, how much was the experience?
I don't remember at the top of my head. You'd have to go back and rewatch the episode.
I don't remember if I added it.
I wrote it down somewhere.
So, I guess maybe a little bit of retcon, if you're okay with it, Casey. Zephyrus wanted to fly to the shore with the fly he had left, go back to the butcher shop and get his tea while it's still warm.
Right.
Then he wanted to go into the bookstore next door, what remains of it, and see if he can salvage anything from the wreckage and leave money behind to pay for whatever he takes. And also to try to help the person rebuild it after it got nearly destroyed. I think the roof collapsed.
Correct.
The library.
Are there any books that I'm able to find that are worthwhile in the bookstore?
Roll an investigation.
I got a natural 1.
You
Plus
see nothing
1 for 2.
Yeah, you see nothing salvageable. In fact, I'm gonna have you roll a.
Is a bookshelf gonna fall on my head?
Let's do a wisdom check.
Wisdom? Just plain old wisdom?
Plain old wisdom.
16.
Okay.
That was a lucky roll.
You considered for a moment trying to burn everything down because you thought that would give him better insurance money. But then but then you thought against it.
I mean, I've seen people do things like that in Bossing Say. It's.
I mean, at that point, no, you are not burning this to the ground. Thank you.
Okay, then I will recast my racial or subclass fly on myself, and I will fly back to the ship, bringing, any supplies that we had left behind in Corvus's house/shop.
Okay.
So if their backpacks were left behind, because we left in a hurry, they may have only brought their weapons and armor. So I'd take all that with me.
Okay.
I found it. It got buried. Something fierce. I'm gonna resend it.
Sweet.
Oh,
Gentlemen, if we are to claim the ship to be our own, I suggest we take it into port. We put up better flags and pay someone to repair the fire damage.
The fire damage on the boat?
Yes, we burned the boat pretty badly.
Well, it doesn't look like the
Yes.
wood is that bad. It just gives it more character.
More
There's-
character may make the main mast fall over.
Yeah, there. You say that, but there's actually spots where like you can see through sections because it burned that well.
I mean, what do I know? I'm not a sailor.
I think we should talk to the what was slaves and ask them if any of them are carpenters of any sort or ship proficient in shipbuilding.
Right.
Have any of you experience with wood?
What would that roll be?
That would be. So I would say that's a general luck roll, but then I would also do a persuasion to see if they're even willing to open up to him. So I'd have one be just a d20,
All right.
and then one of them be whether they're willing to talk about it, because they just met us. They may not be up for speaking.
Do you want me to do persuasion?
Go ahead and do a persuasion. I just did the luck roll. Go
Is
ahead.
anybody here helping me? It wasn't working.
Nope.
Okay, so with my fantastic charisma, I end up with a 9.
You have one volunteer that says, yeah, I can help do that. How much does it pay?
You need not worry about the money. We give you as much money as you need.
Let's not get carried away.
100 gold pieces for your labor, and we provide all of the supplies.
that's a lot.
That is a freaking ton.
We have like 25,000. No, we have like 75,000.
Yes,
we have a
but
lot.
we don't want to cause inflation on ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Where is all this money? I've got 1,000.
I'm
I
having it
didn't
in the
have that
bag
much.
of holding.
It's in the 2 bags of holding.
Oh,
Most
right.
of which
yeah.
in Thomas.
I don't know.
Yep.
Did any of it actually end up in my bag?
You have your own. I think you have 2,500.
I don't have any money listed in my bag.
It should be in there. How much do you have in your inventory, like on your person?
400.
Huh?
Put everything in notes. The notes section.
I thought you said you put like 2,500 in your own bag. I could be mistaken.
I have 10 skins of, or containers of gold
Of
water.
gold water, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think you guys actually. If you did, I forgot to record it.
Might have been.
I-
It's recorded on the stream somewhere. You'll have to find it.
I'll have to go back for like 3 episodes and rewatch it. Or if you guys in the stream know and happen to go back and watch it, please let us know in the comments.
Yep, that'll help us out. So for 100 gold and expenses, and the costs, okay.
Yeah, we provide the supplies.
Okay. So, yeah, he starts to get to work, and he goes at it.
So we then pull the ship into the harbor, take the pirate flags down, and we go ahead and do all that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. How long is it going to take to get the ship shape?
Uh,
That's a phrase for a reason.
he's thinking, about 4 days.
Next, I do have a question. So how many slaves are there? First off, and second off, how many people does it take to operate this boat?
Is it smaller than our last one?
No, it's bigger than your last one.
Bigger. This is a
okay.
galleon.
Yeah.
Is it a three mast? Pretty typical with galleons.
My camera turned off again.
No. It looks like it's fine to me.
Okay.
Your baby froze.
She's asleep.
Yeah, I think
Actually, no,
she's...
you froze. Here,
No,
let
he
me
was just
open
doing a
you. I think I'll just open him and then close him again. Oh, nope, he did it himself.
I just turned it off and on because it was
Yeah.
acting funny on my side.
Yeah, I know, you were frozen for me.
Okay.
Yeah, how many slaves and
Well, if
we should negotiate pay with them. How much are they gonna cost us, like monthly?
I mean the smaller boat was 100 to be full, and we didn't even have.
Yeah, this one's like, it's... Because that one required more rowing. This one's more specifically sailing.
Okay.
So because of that, it's a little different.
Still a lot of rigging that has to be done to move the sails.
Keith and John, did you do that on purpose or because I did the thing?
I did, huh?
You both took a drink at the same time, and I had just redeemed the hydrate button.
Oh, you did.
No, I haven't been watching the stream, and no, we just happened to do it at the same
Alright.
time.
I usually have
Because
it
I
on.
was watching for it, and you both picked up your drinks at the same exact time.
No, I'm alternating between the water and whiskey. I wasn't watching.
That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, so it's the warship if you look at that for D&D Beyond. Yeah, it's the warship is the one that I'm basing it off of for the player's handbook.
Okay. I'll open that up just so we have it available on our end.
Right?
All right, so are we going to wait here for 4 days, guys?
Well, I mean, we can take this time to ask around some higher important people to see if they know anything about.
Well,
But
we need to know
that's-
how many slaves we have first off.
While we're figuring this out, can I take a short rest?
Or at least can we take a longer rest? Yeah.
Long rest would be nicer.
I would say not yet, but you will get one before there's any more combat.
And I say we need to do some investigating. We're just getting out of a battle. They
Right.
literally just fled.
Yeah, we've spent the last 2 sessions on back-to-back battles.
So
we just got them to flee.
So there's 81 slaves on the
I say we go
warship.
talk to the mayor and see what he's got to say.
Yeah.
Again, I think I've asked this. Corvus, what are we looking for?
Me?
Yes.
We found you.
Yes. So are you asking what? Are you asking what I specifically am looking for, or what?
Why are we here?
Okay, that's what I was checking.
Yes.
So, Davriel had mentioned that we were looking for a piece, a magical artifact that, at least at some point, was in a pirate by the name of Davy Jones's possession.
Who is this?
So we don't
Davy
even know
Jones?
what the thing is, so we need to hunt down Davy Jones.
So it's supposed to be a locket of some variety.
Davy Jones locket?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, like, we had issues before. Gandalf no longer here. King, what's his name? Peter, no longer here. Is Davy Jones also no longer here?
I believe he may be alive and well. That being said, he generally doesn't come to port a whole lot as he's a pirate. And when he does come, it's generally not on speaking terms.
Well, it's a good thing we just pirated our own ship.
So King Peter, good person, right? King Gandalf, or whatever, Wizard Gandalf was a good person, right? Davy Jones also a good person.
By the way he's describing it, no.
I would not say he's a good person. He's good as in powerful, maybe a little self-serving.
Interesting. How we artifact come from different variety of people.
Do you know where we can dig up information about this?
So he alive, he have his locket still, and he not willing to give it up. This could be problem.
Well, I've never met the man, so maybe he's willing to negotiate. I have
Do
just
you
heard
know
stories.
Okay, what is he like, and where does he live?
Well, I've heard various rumors and such. I've heard that his ship sometimes can fly. I've also heard that it can
A whole
go
boat
underwater. It's all rumor, though. I don't
He must be
necessarily
powerful.
know.
Powerful airbender makes ship fly.
Oh, yeah. Again, that's rumor. I don't necessarily know.
Interesting.
Well, do you know who we can talk to?
Well,
might
you can talk
give
to
us
whoever
more
you like.
information?
If you're looking for more information, one I can't even believe I'm saying this. One place you could look for information is so there is a port called Tortuga, or turtle in the Spanish tongue, and that generally is a haven for pirates, and we might get some information from there.
You say
Well,
Spanish tongue is people have different tongues here.
I mean,
Yes. Do you remember how when we were in Middle Earth and those angry, ugly, icky people, I think you said called them orcs or goblins or something? You know how they were speaking in other tongues? Kind of like that. Just kind of difficult to understand.
I thought they were animals.
No, that was a
I
different
spoke-
world.
I spoke to Bird in Middle Earth.
that
Good
was
for
a
you.
rare occasion.
It was a rare occasion. I like the birds. Sky language good to me.
Well, I mean, if we come across any more birds, you can talk to them here.
Or blind them.
So, by the way, to answer your question
Actually, I have a
before,
new staff.
to answer your question, there was 81 slaves, and it takes 40 crew to man the warship.
Oh, about our loot. We find it in the ship, right? It's all in the ship.
Correct.
And we're going to divvy it out the way we did in chat. I can have the staff.
Yeah, what was the loot again? I don't remember.
It was posted in chat.
It got buried in chat. That's what it did. A bowl of for the chat for everyone to hear for the stream. We got a bowl of commanding water elementals, a chain shirt armor of resistance to lightning, a scroll of cause fear, scroll of dissonant whispers, scroll of false life, scroll of produce flame, scroll of thunderstep, or rather thunderstep. Ho! Scroll of true strike, scroll of water breathing, and a staff of swarming insects, which is totally going to be my thing.
Scrolls are
This-
one-time use or multiple?
Yes.
Scrolls are
One-time
one-time
use.
use. If they happen to be a ritual scroll, I can then learn the ritual
Like
before
water
we.
breathing.
Yeah,
we
like
could,
water breathing.
We could use the water breathing scroll multiple times once we learn it. Or
He has to learn it.
But otherwise, it'll have to be the scroll. Basically, has to be on your spell list in order for you to just use it. If it is not on your spell list, typically, I think what DMs do is make you roll an Arcana check to see if you actually can cast it or not. Because it's a spell that you then wouldn't understand because it's from a different world, like a druid spell being cast by a wizard doesn't make sense. So you'd have to do well with Arcana. Typically, that's what we'd have to do. So to avoid that, I would want to grab the Scroll of Thunderstep and the Staff of Swarming Insects. And I put all my things in chat of what I think we should do. Can we just divvy it out the way we decided?
Sure.
Can you say who got what?
The Bowl of Commanding Water Elementals was going to go in the bag of holding, ideally for the. We hadn't decided, had we? Either for the Paladin or the
Sorcerer?
bloodbender person to use. The chain shirt of lightning resistance, we're going to attempt to sell that, so right now it's just going to go in the bag of holding. Most of the scrolls are going to go in the bag for now, but we'll pull them out and use them if we need to, if we can. Most of them are going to be split between Ed, Elwyn, and Zephyrus, because the other ones just can't cast those spells.
nope.
I don't know. It'd
I
be
would
fun
like
if
this-
the Blood Hunter tried.
He has tried in the past. Let's see him.
I
Cause
think I did
fear.
pretty well.
He can cause fear. He just pulls out his bloody tipped crossbow and points it at people. That causes a lot of fear.
So which
Well, I
one
mean-
do I
But-
need to add to my bag?
I was gonna split it up where you were gonna end up with the Scroll of False Life and the Scroll of Water Breathing.
Wait, why am I getting the water breathing? I thought you needed that to learn it.
You should. Yeah, you can learn that. You
Well,
should take
yeah,
it.
I mean, as long as I get a couple of hours to spend studying it, I should be able to learn it.
So you put
some
that in your
point.
inventory.
Okay, I'll put it in my inventory for now, but when I'm done learning it, I'll give it to you.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
At least I think I learn it. It's a ritual spell, right? And I can learn any ritual in the game because Pact of the Tome. I'm going to end up with a Scroll of Cause Fear and the Scroll of Thunderstep. I'm also asking for the Staff of Swarming Insects. I don't think you guys can use it unless Ed wants it.
Nope.
Ed, if I get the Staff of Swarming Insects, it would make sense for you to end up with the Staff of Gandalf, which is at the very minimum, it's a +1 to your attack rolls, your spell attack rolls.
I know, but I use a wand.
But you could use a staff with opportunity attacks
With his -1 strength.
with a -1 damage.
I was gonna say, does the staff actually do more than 1 damage?
It's still strength based, but since it has +1 to hit, it negates your negative strength, just like it does mine.
Well, it would have to add to damage.
No,
But
it doesn't add to
1d6.
damage, but it's +1 to hit, and it's +1 to your spell attack rolls. So that could help you out with your spell attacks. So your firebolt would be +10 instead of +9, if I'm not mistaken.
Really? Alright. What's it called?
It's technically the Sky Blinder staff. You should be able to pull it up, but I renamed it to the Staff of Gandalf in my inventory.
Not pulling up.
I'll take the Staff of Swarming Insects and attune to it as soon as I can. And then we were talking about the Scroll of True Strike. I think that should either go to Elwyn or Zephyrus. I think either of us can use it. I think I should end up with it because it gives advantage on the next attack, and you do that all the time.
I apparently don't know how to do anything.
Okay, so
Remind me after, and I'll try to help show you.
all right, I'll get that added. Tea has been delivered to Zephyrus in his dodecahedron.
So so I told you how many slaves there are, and it takes 40 to be able to crew the ship.
Yes.
So
Even a
you
person
divvied up all of the
asks
loot.
them if they want to not be slaves, but free people working on this ship with us, we will pay them and take care
Okay,
of them.
who's wanting to make that announcement to them?
I can. I just kind of need to know how much we're willing to offer, and what's typical for. I've been on boats. What is typical for wages?
The 5 gold.
Per what? Day, week, month, year?
We'll say per week. I don't know.
DM, that's more of a question for you. In my previous travels, what is typical for sailors?
If we go monthly, let's go. About 32 gold per month.
Per person?
Sure. You guys have enough gold. It'll be fine.
That's gonna be
That's a
lot of
ton,
gold.
okay.
Well, I mean I would say that's for a professional like sailor / pirate in your kind of semi-previous life.
Okay.
So
I think the slaves will be happy taking anything.
Yeah. So I'll make the announcement for how does 15 gold per person sound per month?
For how often? Okay.
all right, let's go ahead and roll a persuasion on that with advantage, since
Ooh,
they are
with
slaves.
advantage. I didn't get an advantage on mine with them.
Well, you're
Yeah,
not from this world.
What were you trying to
I'm
do?
not going to get a disadvantage on every roll in the entire world.
What were you trying to offer them again, Zephyrus?
Oh, what was I trying to do?
Yeah.
Who's trying to
Um,
find a carpenter?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
offering to pay somebody for his work instead of forcing him, but
So I ended up getting a 17.
Okay.
So back in the day, monthly salary for a sailor was $5.
we use
Okay.
gold here.
I guess in that case
Officers were 7, between 7 and 9 usually.
in that case, yeah, let's say you made the offer at 5 per person.
We can
Okay.
give them a little more. I mean, we'll make money too. At least
They're
that's what we
slaves.
should.
They probably don't have any experience. We're probably going to need to get.
Well,
keep
they were
like the
here
third.
manning the boat already, so they have more experience than us.
Yeah, and they're probably more malnourished, and I definitely have more experience than these guys do.
I mean,
Okay.
cook. Well, we
So
actually
with
have
a
cook.
17, you have out of the 80, I'm going to say about 60 want to try to join the crew.
Okay.
That's more than we need, so we'll take it.
Do we have any problems with the quartermaster on dock allowing us to park our boat or buy supplies?
Can we give them 3 coins so they're good for me?
I would say no because they know you. So because of your previous relationship with him, he knows you and there's no issue because you're from the city.
Okay. And then what is the boat's name? And chat, I guess we will need your help to name the ship.
Yep, chat gets to name the ship. If you want to throw in
Make it
your
good.
opportunities or sayings, go ahead and throw them in there now. And yeah, we'll see what chat comes up with. I will say players can give their
Opinion.
opinions, but it's chat's final say.
The hissing miasma.
That
I like
sounds
it.
awful.
It is a pirate ship.
I like it for one.
Mathilda, I am looking forward to using the Staff of Swarming Insects.
Right?
It's going to be gross, like Warlock gross.
But it doesn't really fit your character.
So I'm gonna say a day has
The
passed.
insects are flying creatures.
I'm gonna say a day has passed. Everyone can go and take a long rest.
Huzzah. I get my
Um,
health back.
Dude, I was at 25 HP, and only because of the paladin.
Yeah.
I would have been dead. Those cannonballs, like, well, they
Yeah,
hurt
those
like
things hurt.
cannonballs. I mean, to be
good-
fair, any human who got hit by one would have died. So,
True.
go ahead and I'm gonna say Corvus gets advantage, but everyone else go ahead and make a perception check.
perception. I got my second natural one for a total of 2.
16.
Okay, DM, I'm attuning my items right now. I'm not paying attention, so that might make sense why my perception is bad.
Yep. Elwin, I don't know how close you are.
I'm warming up a bottle. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Perception?
Perception.
9.
Okay. So
Highest was a 16.
highest was a 16. So, Thomas, you're the only one that notices that the person that's fixing your boat, I don't know, it just looks strange to you. Based on the Narnian architecture that you've seen before, the person fixing the boat, it looks weird.
Is he doing it in a way that it's not going to work? Like it's like if we step on it, it's gonna break, or it's going to be like shoddy workmanship. From what I know of the small amount of boats I've been on.
Or you could draw your attention to someone else type thing.
Let me. How about this? Go ahead and roll a history check.
Oh, good, only +1. Oh, I actually rolled well, 18.
Yeah, from what you understand, if anybody over like 100 pounds stepped on the places where he repaired, they would probably fall through.
So he's
That's not
doing a good
me.
job.
I mean, it might be me. I'm around that weight, but I'm also as light as a feather.
Hey, Zephyrus, the person you got to fix the boat is not doing a good job.
Oh, we
The
should dock his
places-
pay.
The places he's patched is not sturdy. If we start walking over there, we'll probably fall through. I don't know if he's doing it intentionally or he's just not very good at what he's doing.
Well, we should fire him and hire someone on Port Royal.
It'd probably be a good idea at this point. If this is going to be our vessel.
Can I go to Port Royal and look for somebody who's a ship builder or
Shipwright.
repair? Yeah, shipwright.
Sure, go ahead and roll investigation.
I will also
dude.
go over to Commodore
Natural 20!
Corvus and tell him the same thing.
Equal and opposite reaction to my ones. I got my 20.
Wait, you got
For a
the
total of
natural
21.
20?
I did. For a total of 21.
Wow. Okay, so somehow without Corvus's help, which
Ah,
no one understands why, but
Well, I
you
mean, I
happen
did
to
tell
find
Commodore Corvus.
you happen to find the Port Royal Trading Company. What was it? The East Indies Trading Company
East
Royal,
India Trading Company.
yeah, East India Trading Company, Royal Shipwright, that manages all of the royal fleets for the trading company and the royalty of Britain.
Sir, we have procured ourselves a ship, but it got burned and is in bad need of repair. The person we hired to repair it is not doing good job. We have money to pay. How much you take to pay fix boat?
Knowing the prices of what ship people make, he's gonna go with.
You don't want to see it first? You come look.
Well, I mean, just my base fee. And you said it was fire damage, but it still floats,
Yes.
right?
Yes, it floats fine. It's in harbor over there.
Yeah, if it still floats, it's not too bad, but just for more cosmetic damage and stuff, I would say about 93 gold, and I probably will be able to get it.
A little cosmetic and a little bit unsafe to walk on deck.
Okay.
Deck boards need replacing.
Okay, yeah, so deck replacement. How big's the ship?
It's a full size. I heard it called a galleon. It's over there, big one. Many sails.
Wait, was that one of the ships that was attacking us? You're not one of the attackers, are you?
No, we drove them away and killed them. We stole it from them. We are going to use it to hunt them down.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
It's not deceptive, is it?
You told the truth.
Well, I don't know that we are going to hunt them down. But how about a 19?
Yeah, he believes you. And yeah, he says 93 gold. Even after he takes a look at it, he comes up with 93 gold. And
I have no money on me, but the money is down in the ship. My friend has it.
All right. Well,
So
as long as he pays for it before we start, that's all good for me.
I legitimately did give all of my gold to Keith to carry for me. I have zero money on me. My money is in the bag of holding or in his possession.
In other words, Keith is our quartermaster.
Pretty much.
Something like that.
I mean, I am holding all 76,991 of it.
Hopefully you don't
that
get
doesn't
robbed.
include mine, does it?
Right.
They can't rob it. They don't know what they're looking for. It's in the bag.
Whatever you do, don't put his bag of holding inside of your bag of holding.
It won't explode.
No, we'll get sucked into another dimension and lose everything that we had, though.
Or just flip it inside out and all the gold just pelts people for one damage.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to turn it inside out and get all the pirates to come after our 76,000 gold, and then we slit their throats. Nobody else wanted to do that.
Because it doesn't just. Well, I mean, technically, it just falls out, but you make it as a Gatling gun, shooting gold.
It would just fall on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think it would have that much pressure.
It doesn't.
You could turn it out upside down on top of someone.
Holding an anvil.
Yeah, so
And
you
then I
hire.
make Scrooge McDuck dive and swim in it.
So you go ahead and you hire the new shipwright, but the other one is still working currently. You haven't technically fired him yet.
I told him to. Thomason, I told you to fire this man. I go find better help. Why is he still here?
It's not my ship. Well, I mean, it's our ship, but it's the Commodore's job to do that firing.
I didn't hire him.
I am Admiral. Admiral say fire. You not do it. Man, sir, you here.
Yes?
Get off my ship. You do bad job.
I
We
will
not
shoot a
need you
firebolt
anymore.
past his face and be like, "You're fired. Bye."
Fire.
Go ahead and roll intimidation there, Elwin.
Oh gosh.
If you leave right now, we won't
with-
demand our money back. But you're not getting
what?
one more copper piece.
I'll say with advantage too.
18.
Advantage is good because that's 7.
Well,
Yeah,
he rolled 18 already.
He's scared. He's like, I know I wasn't. I'm not a carpenter, but you were offering so much money. I feel like I had to try to do what I could because that money would last me like 3 years.
Yeah. So how much did we have we actually paid him the 100 gold? Because I kind of feel like we need to because somebody offered to.
He did a terrible job. We'll give
You
him
can have
50.
one gold.
That is enough to feed the man for a week.
We'll give him more than one.
He
Be a
caused us
little
more
generous.
work.
We have to now undo his bad
He was
work.
he was a slave. Give him something more than one.
Well, we paid him for a job and he did not do it right, so
Right, so you only pay him 1% of his attempt?
we'll give him 10.
Fine.
I will take Mr. Monet Bags aside and say give him 50. Just don't tell the rest of the party.
I said 10, and I'm going to assume you do that.
I will secretly give him a little bit more gold.
Meanwhile, I'm distracted. I'm over here
All
with the East
100?
India Trading
Or-
Company,
oh,
No, just
showing them...
I want to
because he did not do what he was supposed to do. But
showing them the work that needs to be now redone.
Right, so he follows you around and inspects the ship. How much did you actually give him, Thomas?
I gave him 50.
Oh, okay.
How much did he say this would cost us?
93.
So 93 gold for fixing the boat. How much do we require in materials?
I thought that included materials.
It
Yeah.
might-
That would include the material.
I would say
that's-
the 93 includes materials, yeah.
Well-
Wow.
We'll give him a little bit extra just because he's doing this. Give him 95.
Wait, you're giving the slave 95?
No, the
No,
person who's actually going to fix our
Actual
ship.
repairman.
Oh,
Fully
okay,
repair
yeah,
our
yeah.
We're giving
I'll tell
him
you what.
95.
If you get it done in half the time, we pay you 100.
I think I can do that. So he moves you up to the front of the line, and instead of taking 4 days, he's able to do it in 2. He puts a kind of a rush on everything, and it's funny because the boards that he puts down look to be stronger and thicker and like twice as good as the boards that are next to it. So the ones that didn't take any damage actually now are the weaker parts of the ship.
We could spend a month and a half here and replace all of it. But we don't have the
Takes
time
more
for
than
that right
to
now.
build a ship.
Yeah.
Well, no, just the deck.
The ship is already there. He's just replacing the deck, I guess.
Yeah, just upgrading the deck or something.
Well, the deck and part of the
The whole
charred bits of the
mast?
hull and
Did the
some of that
masts get
stuff.
burned?
No, the masts weren't too much. They went around it mostly.
Sourcing wood for a mast is difficult. It has to be one piece of tree that is very strong and narrow and
Correct.
tall.
By the way,
Pine.
also the chat wanted him to give the slave more from
More
when
than
they were
50?
pet posting. No, 50's good, I think.
Oh,
But
I
when
think
we were
50 is probably
when
good.
people
More
were trying to
than
give
one.
him one, the chat was revolting on
I
you, Ed.
gave him 50. That is more than generous.
Yeah, the 50's good.
From a freely freed slave.
So, yeah, see, 50 is good. Chat likes 50. All right.
I'm glad.
50 is good. Okay. That's still a lot of gold. I mean, that's seriously a year's salary for a guy who did a terrible job for 2 days.
Oh, it's a freaking
Well, he did
fantastic
a
amount,
terrible
but you
job for
offered it.
an hour.
You offered it. You can't go back on your word.
It was overnight, so it was like a day's work.
Yep.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's true.
All right, so your ship's getting repaired. It takes 2 days, and your ship is now done. At that same time, you see a lot of the businesses trying to rebuild, and the bookstore person. It's not actually. Yeah, the bookstore person comes back to the shop, and is just mouth is agape, and they don't know what they're gonna do because there's so many books that are semi-damaged and probably slightly charred from the cannonball damage and resulting injuries from that.
I feel bad for them. Can we help pay for them to rebuild the shop?
Yeah, I was going to recommend we do something like that.
I mean, he's been your neighbor for how long?
Well, he's been my neighbor ever since I opened up the butcher shop. So 15, 16 years. He was here before I moved here.
Is he a good friend?
Moderately.
Yeah, let's help him out. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Owen,
If you
son?
guys are up for it, I would like to say offer to invest, say, 100 gold into rebuilding his, getting him back on track, rebuilding his building and fixing it up, and then getting him new books.
Meanwhile, if it rains, his books get wet. Can he move them into your shop while he rebuild his roof?
I think that's only fair.
All right.
See, we can help out in more than one way.
So yeah, when they're
Matilda, you know we're nice people.
So with all of that, I guess Keith, deduct another 100 gold. If I assume that's going to be enough to repair everything, Casey.
yeah, that'll be more than enough.
Oh, are we giving the one guy 100 then as well? That fixed
Which
our
guy?
Ship. That fixed our ship.
Yes.
The fixed in half, yeah.
Yeah, half the time we promised 100 gold. Chat wants us to name the ship the Lusty Maiden.
Fitting. Okay. It's very fitting for a pirate ship. I would also like to.
Particularly if we're
chuckle, at least for my Johnny Depp's.
jet depths. I didn't see that one. I wanted to go with the Meaty Mariner because it fit the theme of Corvus.
That's true. It is the Bloody Butcher.
I mean, the one I suggested actually has his name in it.
We could just call the ship the Bloody Butcher.
We could.
That's
It's
true.
And then you won't know if it's bloody because we kill you or if it's bloody because he's a butcher.
I feel like that could cause some connotation down the road.
No, that'd be great though.
Uh-huh.
There's a little bit of chaotic in my character.
Okay. So you spend the time trying to cipher through the rubble, clean up, get as many books as you can into safety, and it ends up being one of the nicest roofs that have yet, basically been created in the town. Like it's gonna be one of the first ones that actually has wooden shingles.
Too bad nobody has mending as a spell.
Has what?
Mending.
Has mending.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like
don't
all
even
those
have access
spellcasters
to
in our
it.
party who didn't take it.
I can't. It's not on my list.
I can't either.
I'm not a wizard artificer or
I have to look.
I think you would be the only person, Elwin, that probably could have taken it.
the wizard's cantrip list is low, and we're only supposed to have 2 cantrips, and one of them is pretty much always Eldritch Blast, because
I could
Eldritch
have taken it.
Blaster.
Look at that.
It's required.
You were able to show the shirt off during stream. Look at that.
Yeah, Mathilda says Bloody Butcher. We can go with that.
I do have to say I like that better than Lusty Maiden. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That
also has negative connotations down the road.
Right. Okay, so you fixed you fixed up the ship, and you fixed up the bookstore that's next door to the butcher shop.
I would also like to take. I'm just debating how to do this. So, Owen's been my partner in crime before.
Oh,
so,
no.
What are you doing now?
Oh no.
So,
Blow up
I will.
now.
You still haven't told us about you burning down that person's
Yeah.
house.
So I don't necessarily think I need him yet. But I was going to see if any of the taverns has heard anything from the phantasm, the vigilante, and then see if there have been any additional clues.
So, Phantasm the Vigilante, remind me again. It's been long enough, I'm forgetting what you're referencing.
Okay. I'll shoot you a message.
Okay.
But anyways, we can continue with something else.
Story.
Okay. Other than that, you still see other places that are rebuilding. Yeah, they're trying to repair walls and other roofs and other things throughout the town. You also see that, like, the governor,
Governor Swan.
it's not necessarily Swan. I haven't figured out a name yet for him. Has actually been walking the streets and trying to help out wherever he can, trying to help rebuild. At least now that the danger's over. So he's trying to look productive.
Let me get this straight, guys. We're not hunting Davy Jones. We're chasing after the random pirates that happen to attack us.
No, that's what Zephyrus promised.
Did not promise.
True, but you were wanting to pay 1 gold to someone you promised 100 to.
I did. No, I never said 1 gold. Or did I?
Yes.
I don't think I did. My bad.
You did after.
You did after
Elwin
Elwin
said.
suggested, I
I
believe.
thought it was you who suggested it. Oh, Elwin
No.
suggested it.
So, yeah, I mean, you could try to go after the pirates that attacked. You also
I
could
would
go on
say
the
we
main
would-
quest. The choice is yours.
I'd like to know.
but-
It's been 2 days. How do we even know where they're at? Do we have any leads on Davy Jones?
I had mentioned we could aim to go to Tortuga to try and find leads. The issue is I don't know exactly where it is.
All right.
Well, do we have any pirates around here that know where it is?
Did we keep
we
any
asked-
of the people who attacked us alive?
Yeah, the slaves. We asked
They might
slaves.
have been. True.
Let's
Do we
ask
want to
them.
offer them 100 gold and hope they can guide us to a Tortuga?
No, we'll
Or
just
we could
ask
just
them.
ask-
We're already paying them. Do they
We're
know?
already paying them. They might have been there from that ship, so we just ask them.
All right.
No, Thomas,
Does
we cannot
anyone
call it the Black
here-
Pearl.
I'll just know where Tortuga is. You need to roll something, or are you just gonna figure it out?
I'll roll. Yeah, actually, one steps up and said, occasionally during the night shift, I had to man the helm, and so I at least know the semi-general direction it was going. We were going when at one point we visited there.
Well, how did you navigate?
Well, at nighttime I was doing it with the stars.
Sorry, I have something to say after we're done with this.
Then how did you do it by day?
I was usually asleep because I did the night sailing. Because normally they wanted to sail by day.
I guess that would make sense.
What'd you want to say, Elwin?
We're in a port. We got a bunch of stuff to sell. We should try to sell. Then again, we don't need money. They might be better as a bribe or a gift.
Actually, that's a valid point. But yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend offloading a bunch of the
Stuff we
items
don't need.
that we have.
Yeah, the armor we don't need.
Why don't we give it to our crew?
Do they need lightning resistance? That's
Doesn't have to be
expensive.
lightning resistance. I mean, we
It's,
need some.
it's supposed to be
people
worth 6,000 gold. I'm not giving that to a crew member.
I thought you meant we got random armor from some raid.
No. I meant the items we just picked up, or all of the items we turn to gold, sell them and actually get gold out of it. No, we already did that. I think we already did that.
Yeah. Also, I would like to offload. Currently, I've got 40 pounds of dragon turtle meat. I would like to drop off 20 of it to be sold at the butcher shop as like an exotic meat.
Okay. It's your shop, so you can drop it off whenever you want, and you can set whatever price you want for that.
And do you
How did
pick up
10
any
gold a pound?
Sure. You're the butcher shop, so
Do you get any gold from your shop while you're here? From everything that's been sold while you've been gone.
That's up to the DM, and how well Steven's been doing.
With
Also,
his missing
Does he need
fingers.
gold?
I'm gonna say yes because it's been a while.
That's actually a good question.
It's been a while.
Is there such a thing as prosthetics in this world?
It's a timber toe.
He only has 2 thumbs, right?
Correct. He only has 2 thumbs.
Are you gonna buy him a prosthetic?
We've got the gold.
I would say that the shop, even with the minor losses you got from people complaining about fingers being in their food, you were still able to get 730 gold for the 2 months you were gone.
That's not too shabby.
Not bad at all.
And you can take how much of that as you want and invest the rest into your business.
Yeah, so also, I did send you that message, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, well, I think that's good enough for now.
Are you gonna buy him a prosthetic?
Well, that's up to the DM whether we have that option.
Go ahead and roll an investigation for.
Pirates have like peg legs and hooks for hands. There's got to be some form of prosthetic.
He still has a thumb.
I mean, those are prosthetics technically.
No, his thumbs are real. He hasn't cut them off.
I know.
Give him a hook so he doesn't lose any more.
So
He cut-
14.
So you I'm gonna do it this way. There is a thing you can put on his hand that allows I'm gonna do it for both hands. That both protect his thumb but also make the other part a single blade. So he's sitting there and he could chop like this, but it's still protected because there is a piece of armor over his thumb. So he's at the butcher shop just chopping away with kind of giant swords that are on his hands.
Can we rename
Steve. Steve
Edward-
Knife Hands.
Edward
Steven Knife Hands.
I feel like Slicer Steve would be better of a name.
Slicer Steve.
Slicer. It sounds like a 80s hair band.
Yep.
Slicer, no slicing.
No, he's already
Slicer.
sliced a lot.
In concert Saturday, May 25th.
See, the issue I'm having is I'm really conflicted because I want to get him some help and get him like an apprentice. But it's like I really don't want anyone learning from Steve.
He is an apprentice. He's not a master.
Yeah, he is your apprentice. He's doing terrible since he only has thumbs left.
You could hire the book dude and he would do a better job.
Probably.
Just saying.
Are you missing any of your digits, Corvus?
Not really, no.
Are they?
This is where
like,
Casey says roll for it.
No,
Are they
no.
nubbed? Are they nubbed at all?
No, for him it's fine, because he's used to stabbing himself and doing all of that pain, and it seems to just come back for him.
Oh, I guess that would be true.
How many scars does he have from all the times he's cut himself? I've just gotta know.
Oh,
Or is it
plenty.
just one scar because he kept on doing it in the same area?
In the same exact spot. He's not that particular when he cuts himself.
No, I was
Yeah,
just saying,
well,
I
there's that
definitely
groove.
have plenty of scars.
He has over 500 scars.
Holy
Oh
crap.
my gosh.
I wasn't going to go that far, but wow.
He's the
Well,
regular-
that could also be from doing a job as a poor, like you were doing a poor job as a sailor, so you got whipped in the back.
Well, no, it's also from how many times he stabbed himself in combat to give the bloody curse onto his weapons.
We haven't been in combat that many times.
He had to learn how to do it.
True.
I think it's fitting.
That seems like a whole lot.
Okay, so go ahead and roll an investigation check for your search for the phantasm.
16.
Okay, so you
Classy guy.
hear from some chatter from the bartender that that there's some chatter of that person being in San Juan.
San Juan, what's that?
San Juan?
Yeah, what is that?
The one in Puerto Rico.
The city?
Yeah, it's a port city. It is in Puerto Rico as well, yes.
Oh man. I've been in San Juan.
Really?
Oh yeah. The fort that was there during this time period is still there. It's
See,
a
look at
museum
that.
now.
I would also like to hire a
Navigator.
seamstress.
Oh.
Well, we'll need a navigator too. But seamstress to make the pirate ship, like, make it more homely / not look like a pirate ship.
Okay.
So would 25 gold be enough for that or no?
I would say so.
What is she
Oh.
gonna do?
Take away any and essentially just work on remodeling it, making sure
She's just gonna like knit some pillows.
and some tea cozies and a new flag. And
There's some drapes that can change from the pirate symbol to red, so that because of
The bloody butcher.
because I think the Bloody Butcher is gonna win. We're gonna make the aesthetics of all of the decor red based, so that the ship looks like it's on red with being bloodied.
that actually does look pretty cool. Does sound pretty cool.
Also, it hides blood pretty well too, so you can mop it up if you need to. Which I think
We
Corvus likes better than most.
We'll
also
definitely
have
need that feature.
The wood of the ship be like mahogany or something.
We'll say the stuff that he repaired it with was actually some cedar.
Okay. Why
So
not?
Keith, could you deduct
Mahogany.
25 more gold for the seamstress?
How much gold am I deducting for seamstress?
25?
25.
What?
Well, then
Just for I zoned out.
I guess we're actually going to need to purchase a whole bunch more for food and such for the 60-some people.
And I'm sure they have some supplies still on the ship, but yeah, we were going to.
Yeah, I would
Well,
say
you
there's
just-
some supplies there, but also from...
You got 20 pounds of dragon turtle meat we can still use as well.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of that, and... I would say the town ends up kind of hearing of your your exploits from
Or will give us some stuff.
So the town will give you a little bit of a bonus to some of their provisions as a thank you for at least taking down one of the pirate ships. You didn't get all of them, but you got one of them.
Wait, we're being rewarded with something other than the ship itself?
Yep.
Don't complain.
I'm not.
So how much are they charging then for the provisions, or is that just free?
I would say they're gonna do half price for you.
Okay. So then say for 2 months voyage, how much would it cost for
2 months.
65 people provisions?
Did we
I-
hire someone else? There's only 4 of us, and there's 60 slaves. Former slaves.
Yeah,
Right.
we should have crew.
I figure, well, yeah, I mean, well, we've got the crew, and we've got the slaves, we've got us. So that's
Can we not call
six-
them slaves because they're technically not slaves anymore? They are free
I
men.
corrected myself and said former
Yeah,
slaves.
you did. But everyone else is still calling them slaves.
I didn't call them
Okay,
anything.
so you have your crew of former slaves, and I would say let's do.
We should hire an experienced ship crew, though. With my good relationship with the East India Trading Company, can I
At that point, we'd be trading him out.
ask him for? Well, no, we don't. We need more people.
No, we have plenty.
No, you only need 40 to man a warship.
Okay, but there still is only the 4 of us, and if we all want to go ashore, we should have somebody who's in charge.
Well, I was gonna plan to like role play some like training the crew to take care of the ship in our absence.
Well, you can do that if you trust them.
I mean, they're gonna be
It
selling.
worked out so well for us so far.
They used to be pirates, so if you trust
No,
them,
they used to be slaves. Didn't mean they took part in the pirating.
they did what they were forced to do, man.
Question. Is
Answer.
there somewhere on deck that I can set up a hammock?
Probably.
On deck or below deck?
On deck.
Go ahead and roll a.
Investigation.
No, I'm thinking. Whichever you choose, I'll go either intelligence or wisdom, whichever's higher.
Just a random. Okay. Wisdom would definitely be high. Well, never mind. They're the same.
That's same for me too, man. Our stats are pretty darn close.
14.
Okay, so you found a spot that would work. It would be tying it to the ship's wheel. So tying it to the ship's wheel to the back of the ship, there is a spot for where a hammock would fit.
So, like, between the ship's wheel and, like, the guardrail there? So it's
Correct.
Not on the wheel, but, like, the mounting of the ship's wheel?
Yes.
Okay. I like it.
Okay.
That's my spot.
I can give you the best hammock experience of all time for 10 minutes.
No. This
I'll
is
just
what I've spent my time
lay
doing,
down and I'll
figuring out where to
levitate
set up
you.
a hammock. Do I need to purchase that hammock?
Well, the seamstress is probably gonna have
Cheap
some extra
rope.
people on.
Yeah, I would say go ahead and roll a persuasion to the seamstress to have her make you one.
21.
Yep, she's able to, with some of her extra fabric, make you a red hammock out of some of the extra fabric she made for drapes.
Before we leave port, Casey, did I have the ability during the long rest that we took to be able to recast Momo
I would
My
say
ritual.
yes.
and also attune to my new staff?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we tell the seamstress to make a flag that is going to be red with a white cleaver as the symbol on it for our, our colors, I guess. Or whatever.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a persuasion though, just to make sure.
Wow, that was terrible. 9.
Okay, so she likes the hammock person better than your flag idea. So she spent more time on the hammock. She didn't spend as much time on the flag colors. So instead of a cleaver, it just looks like it's a knife. And so it's a knife on a red background. Because she rushed it a little bit.
Also, before we leave port, can I go off into the woods and look around for some insects and take a glass jar with me?
Okay.
Yep, I see where this is going.
Go ahead and roll a investigation.
Nature or survival?
Ooh, let's do nature because you're looking for something in nature.
I'm proficient in both, so
I mean, I would like to present the flag to Corvus. Like, this is for you. This is for our ship.
17.
So
Well,
17.
thank you.
In that case, you're able to find 9 insects.
What kind? Like scorpion,
Beetles.
centipedes, spiders. Come up with something, or some flying insects. Maybe some wasps.
I was thinking more a dragonfly. You were able to
Nice.
find a couple of those.
Butterfly. moth.
Some spiders. Specifically, one of your favorite finds was a giant tarantula.
Ooh, can I put that in my jar? It's going to eat the dragonfly. I get that, but I cannot put that in my jar.
You get like a 1. How big is the jar?
How big is your jar?
I just want to clarify, Casey. You know, whatever you give him is going to get bigger and attack your creatures later on, right?
Yes, I know.
That's neither here nor there.
Okay, just checking.
This is gonna get very interesting.
So yeah, it'll be able to fit into that jar. Yes.
Okay, like a quart size or maybe half gallon, something larger. Yeah,
Like I would
and
say,
I'll throw some dirt in with it and some twigs. You know, a little playground for it.
Making a little terrarium for it.
Okay.
Yeah, a little terrarium, and I'll throw in some other insects that I found so we can eat that and have some food before we head off on our journey.
What bugs did you give him?
I got a tarantula. It's gonna eat everything else, so the other things don't matter.
And as you return from the woods with your newfound giant tarantula, Thomas just
well,
looks
I
at
would
you
say
like,
just large tarantula, not giant. But
well, yeah, large.
No, it will be giant later.
right.
Are you gonna name that
I call it furry.
furry?
Okay.
You have to stop Momo from trying to eat it.
Oh
True.
man,
You do have to stop him from trying to eat
I
it.
think you need to
he
worry
has
about.
opposable. He has opposable thumbs, so he might be able to get a jar lid open.
Honestly, I'm a little more worried about the tarantula trying to eat Momo.
Momo's bigger. He's size small.
Yeah, and tarantulas are quite the nasty predator.
Well, yeah, but they don't go after creatures larger than them. Not like
Sometimes
that.
They do.
Depending on what tarantula.
Say it's not a bird spider.
Okay. So you were still looking to try to find. Yeah, and I told you it's in Sun One, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's go. Let's get out of here.
So setting sail.
Yeah.
Setting
How
sail.
far is San Juan from Tortuga, and like, what's the
Wait, I have one other
Distances,
purchase
yeah.
request.
Okay.
Fireworks.
Ooh,
You're looking for fireworks specifically.
I think you have
Yes.
to go to China.
This world has gunpowder.
we do?
Go
Touche.
ahead and roll an investigation.
I will go ahead and use my
Your inspiration.
I haven't used my whatever it's called today.
You've had your inspiration for 20 sessions.
I'll give it to somebody else. I don't need it ever.
Then give it to somebody else.
You need to like hold on to it till we have that
Wow.
crucial moment.
Yeah, I really
7.
like this. I would like to use my inspiration on finding fireworks too.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah,
if
you
you want to
can
roll
use
for
it.
it, you can.
Oh my god!
Good, because my roll was awful. 7.
And my first roll is natural 20.
I'm assuming they're doing this while I'm looking for my insects.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm just
So 25.
sitting on the boat.
Okay, so
Several cases.
I'm sitting on the boat fishing while everyone's doing whatever.
you were able to find 2 barrels. Actually, no, it was a natural 20. I'll give you 4 barrels of like gunpowder and or like the recipe ingredients to make fireworks.
Yeah, put that on the bottom
Okay.
deck.
Put it on the top.
Yeah,
deck.
so we
And
can
so there's
Stow it in the hold.
instructions and everything to do
If that
these?
explodes,
Yeah,
our
it's
ship
the
is
instructions and everything with the right like chemical components to put in which spot where.
Okay.
splendid. How much does this all cost?
Doesn't matter.
Oh no, it does not. I just need to know how much to deduct.
Let's do 48 gold.
That is
All
not
right.
because the party fund is not there.
When were we supposed to hydrate Psycho Ed?
It was a while ago. I did do it when it popped up.
That's dehydrate. I'm sorry.
So yeah, you have 4 barrels of gunpowder and other components to make fireworks.
Alright, I know my new downtime. I am now making fireworks.
Oh yes, we are gonna have fun.
DM, can I roll for fishing? On
Sure.
The boat while they were doing their stuff.
Now, do you have fishing as a skill?
No,
Okay.
just a normal D20.
Yeah.
This is Keith as a person shining through because he doesn't like eating animals.
A 6.
You actually fish out.
Fish are animals.
No, I'm gonna say a shell.
I
Like,
caught a shell.
yep, you caught a shell with that cast.
What kind of roll is it going to be for us to make fireworks? Or is it just going to be like a roll? to
luck
figure out how
roll?
many we were able to
Probably
make?
intelligence.
My guess would be intelligence or
intelligence,
dexterity.
Yeah, I'm thinking more dexterity because you have the recipe
We're handling gunpowder and all that.
Recipe.
on a moving ship, no less.
Okay.
Oh man, is there a crow's nest here?
Yes.
Probably.
When we go to set sail, I'm gonna. Do I have to fly or can I climb?
You can climb.
I don't like athletics.
Just turn into
Go-
a crow. Yeah.
Go
I'm
ahead
going
and
to. I'm
go ahead
gonna
and roll
climb.
the dexterity, or you can do dexterity or strength for the climbing.
Oh,
Acrobatics or athletics.
I'll let you do acrobatics. Yep.
19.
Yeah, you Spider-Man all the way up. You know, nice, quick, and agile.
Even with my -1, I would have had a 15. That's not too bad
Nope.
with athletics. All right, I'm gonna spend some time up there, hanging out with Momo and my new spider friend.
Okay.
Can you?
I rolled a 14 to make fireworks.
Okay.
So, like, how many am I able to make?
With a 14, I'm gonna say you're able to make 6.
I'll roll as well. This sounds fun.
Okay. How about for consistency? It's just half of whatever the roll is.
That'll work. But
Okay.
I'm not the one to say.
I
yes
got
or
a
no.
10.
He gave me a half nod.
So yeah. With a 10, yeah, we'll straight do half. So you made 5.
All right.
I'm just in the doorway watching this. I'm like, what are you two doing?
Oh,
What is all that?
I guess this whole project will be in like the captain's quarters or whatever.
Okay. All right. So, anything else happening before you set sail?
Can I get some distance? Is San Juan or Tortuga closer?
Tortuga's closer. San Juan is on the other side of what is now Haiti and the Dominican Republic.
All right. Well, I guess we'll aim for Tortuga first.
Okay. So go ahead and roll for navigation.
Actually, one thing first. I would like to do an insight on our guide just to make sure he's not pulling our leg type thing.
Okay.
So 13.
So, yeah, he seems pretty earnest and honest, at least for how to sail at night. He is unsure of how to sail during the day.
All right.
So, as it is during the day, which direction are you wanting to go?
Do we have a compass?
Yes.
Does it point north or to the thing we want the most?
It points north.
Dang it.
Well, if the compass is going a certain direction when we make our way at night, just make sure the compass is pointing in that same direction in the daytime. So he can get us on our proper way at night, and then in the morning we just make sure that the compass is still pointing in that same direction.
So, which way are you going? Are you going north, east, or west?
Whatever the guide tells us to go. Tortuga.
So I believe I'm going to. Would I know from rumors and such which direction it would be? The general direction.
Or sorry, I just looked up where I'm looking. Sorry, you're going south, east, or west? To start with, at least. Generally, the guy thought it was northeast is the way you needed to go.
Would that match with any rumors that I've heard from overhearing it and from living here?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we would set sail going northeast.
Well, yeah, I was a little mistaken when I looked up where the port is on the bottom of Jamaica, so you have to go somewhat southwest or east to start with.
Oh.
We'll just go straight east.
So we'll go east first.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll to see how well you sail with the compass.
All right, Commodore Corvus.
What stat is this, and do I have any modifiers to it, like advantage, or no?
You have proficiency, aren't you? Proficient in naval
Yes, I
vessel?
am. I just need to find out which stat I'm using.
He might not be using a naval vessel check here.
No, this would be still naval vessel check.
Wouldn't
But
it just be
let's
less
also go
accurate?
with intelligence.
It's sea vehicles, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
So 15.
Yeah, so you're able to go east, kind of slightly south to get around the island, but then you start heading direct east.
All right, and once we're clear of the island, we'll aim a little more northeast.
Yep.
Momo is going to be all the time looking out for things on the water, trouble or whatever. And he rolled a 16 for his perception.
Okay. In the very beginning, he keeps telling you there's land to the north.
That's the direction we're sailing from, behind us.
Yes.
You've got quite the astute monkey.
Hey, I didn't relay that information to you. Stop. I'm up there with him.
Yeah, they're in the crow's nest.
Yeah, he keeps pointing to the land saying, I found stuff. There's land. Not actually saying it, but just squeaking it, you know.
Oh, very, very good, Momo. No, he can communicate with me telepathically.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
Very good, Momo. Keep looking. That is okay. That land is okay.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to let you know so you knew that I found land already. Very easy job. I like this job.
And how many days is it going to take to get to Tortuga?
I'm gonna say probably at least a week.
What colors are we flying?
I told you already.
The red butcher knife.
The red butcher knife fly.
Oh,
Or
we're
the-
not using a country colors. We fly for or we sail for ourselves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh man.
So yeah, it's just a red flag with a butcher knife on it. It was supposed to be
We
a
have
cleaver,
no friends.
but it kind of just she got lazy and made it more of a knife because she got tired and wanted to make the hammock instead.
Right. Which is now keeping our wheel from turning, if I'm not mistaken.
Kind of, yes.
It's more awkward than anything. It can still turn.
It can
I'm
turn,
not
but it's
worried about it
adding,
this time.
depending on how many times it's turned, the hammock gets tighter or longer.
I thought you said it was just attached to the post.
No, you attach it to the wheel originally.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think it's a little bit early, but I think we should end it there for tonight.
Wow.
With you know, you've gotten all the stuff done in the city. We've gotten the name of the ship done, so that's good. And we'll pick up next time in naval sailing toward Tortuga.
Now would be a good time to insert hoist the colors.
Yo ho. All together. Hoist the colors high.
We're not pirates.
Nobody paid for sing mode.
It's true. The singing has not been redeemed. All right.
Oh, we've got lots of good pirate songs to sing if you guys pay for it.
We do?
Sure. Uh-huh.
I guess. Okay.
And on that note, if you're watching on Twitch, please give a follow. Or if you're watching on YouTube, please give a subscribe. Likes are always great. They help out the channel a lot. And, yeah, we'll see you guys next time.